welcome back to my channel. The subject today is food. What did I eat? It's a really big subject, isn't it? And at the beginning of my journey back in 2016, the evidence was quite clear to me that in order to clear my lymph nodes, I really needed to be eating a plant-based diet. Not only that, but it made sense to me from all the research that I did that being alkaline was even stronger. And that was backed up by my integrative doctor advising me to do the same. I went hardcore for 9 months until my lymph nodes were clear. Obviously, that was combined with all the other things that I was doing in my other videos. But if I were back now, like I was in 2016, wondering what on earth I should be eating, I thought, let's go on the internet and have a look and see what sort of information there is that makes it easy for you guys to start going plant-based. And I found this most wonderful website called the Anti-Cancer Kitchen that, interestingly enough, was set up, or the person that started it herself had an aggressive cancer like myself and decided to also go alkaline, but she was married to a chef. How brilliant was that? And the two of them have created the Anti-Cancer Kitchen. Now in a minute, I'm going to show you all through their website and how to navigate it that will really make this path forwards more simple. Because to adjust, let's be blunt, isn't easy, but this website makes it exciting. It gives you the simple steps, what foods to buy, what to put in your pantry, how to go about the whole thing, making it fun, but also explaining in every single recipe what it is in there that's going to be helping you to get over cancer, how it's going to be killing your cancer cells. So, without more ado, let's go over and have a look at this website together. See you the other side. So here we are on this inspirational little website called the anticancerkitchen.com. So let me start by going through the navigation bar, which is here across the top. Now this is a really nice, easy, simple site to navigate. Here we are on the home page. If I scroll down, you'll see that there is an abundance of recipes of all of these foods. So the second thing on the bar is something called cancer fighting foods, which we'll come back into a minute. So it explains all of the foods that are established as ingredients that will fight cancer. They then narrow this down to what they call the alkaline diet, which again we'll come back to this later, followed by juicing, and then this tab shows all of the recipes broken down into smoothies and juices, breakfast, brunch, dinner, soups and other smaller bits and pieces. So moving across let's click on here. This shows us the founders of this site, Gali and Matt. So Gali was diagnosed a year after me, actually in 2017, again with an aggressive cancer. In her case it was breast. She went through the whole gambit of traditional treatment, and luckily she's married to Matt. Now Matt is a father of 2 young children with her and also a professional chef. So when you've got 2 small children, I think it's all the impetus you need to go out and do anything that's going to save you. And of course they dived into the whole area of nutrition and really came to the same conclusion that I did, and that is that an alkaline diet was their best bet to follow, and that essentially is the basis of this whole website. So let's go to the recipes. Let's start off. Here we are, breakfast and brunch. Let's have a look to see what they suggest we have for breakfast. Again, all of these images, the things that strike you is the abundance of colour. I mean, nature designs us to be attracted to different foods of colour because each of those colours represents a nutrient that our body needs. So here we are, a lot of these are smoothies. Moving down, I'm sure that we'll find something a little bit more substantial. Here we are, there's a little chia seed pudding here with pomegranates. Chia seed pudding is something that I have enjoyed myself to make in summer. Let's have a look what happens. I mean, their photography is simply stunning, and I think that this is really important for cooking. It really gets you going, doesn't it? So they start off with a really lovely description as to why they've blended together these ingredients to make this sort of recipe, and they tell you what chia is. No doubt a lot of you out there probably maybe never even heard of chia seeds. What is it used for? The health benefits. More beautiful photography. So it's time to give us all the science here about what's in this dish that makes it really good for you, whether it be bone health, antioxidants, fibre. I mean, chia seeds are a wonderful superfood. And here we go. Chia seed puddings. It describes the different milks that you can use to make it out of. Pomegranates. Why pomegranates? I mean, to be blunt, you can put any sort of berry and fruit on top of this. And here we have at the bottom is their separate clear recipe, which you can print out separately, so you're not having all of the information that we've just been seeing above for your printer to deal with. And here we are, the very simple ingredients. You can even click this little button here, which will help you to tell where your nearest shops are, where you can buy these sort of ingredients if need be. And just below here, they give you all these wonderful, again, pictures of the different stages that you go through to make this particular recipe. I mean, that's quite a simple recipe, isn't it? So let's have a look at another recipe. Let's go into main courses. So, Asian salad with chickpeas. Let's have a look at that one. So again, the wonderful imagery talks all about the nutrition and all the stages of making the particular recipe. What I love about this site is it really gets you going. It gets you excited, it's inspirational, but it's got all of the reasons why you're doing it. Because look, eating like this, to change what you're doing and to start eating like this is, well, it can be pretty daunting to begin with. Let's go back to this part of the search bar, cancer fighting foods, to understand what we're doing. Do read these initial tabs before you start cooking. You need to understand why you're going to all this trouble, what it's actually doing to fight your cancer. Here we go, look at this. What are the best cancer fighting foods out there? The sort of things like lycopene, beta carotene, all the things that are in these foods that are going to be boosting your immunity. There we are, cancer preventative antioxidants, look what they do in your body, all the things that have all those in, like berries, red cabbage. There you go, moving down. Do read this, do understand it, because the next tab across, the alkaline diet, let's click on there, goes that one step further and tells you all about why choosing the foods that are alkaline, what they will actually be doing that makes going plant-based even more powerful. So do come and read this, but look at this. Alkaline, the opposite of alkaline is acidic. Let's look at this, acidic. Basically, your typical Western diet is acidic. We're talking about processed foods here, ready meals, store-bought, cake and sodas, meat. As it goes through your body, it ferments, it becomes acidic. Alcohol, well, we know that's acidic. Milk and dairy, caffeinated drinks, that even includes coffee. Wheat products, you know, we're talking bread and pasta like they mention under here. Eggs, more dairy, processed cereals, anything processed. All of these things which most people live on every day will turn us acidic. So what are the health benefits of an alkaline diet? Look at all of these: muscle mass, bone density, blood pressure, inflammation we talked about, cancer protection. Let's have a look at this a minute. Research suggests that cancerous cells were found to die faster in a body that's more alkaline. It has also been established that alkaline environments make chemotherapy medications more effective. Moreover, alkalinity lessens inflammation, boosts our immune system, and minimises the development and risk associated with cancer. I mean, that says it all, doesn't it? So they then go on to show us some recipes of juicing, which is the next thing across on the bar at the top here. Let's quickly go over to juicing. They talk all about the benefits and recipes associated with juicing, which is a subject in its own right. Look, juicing versus smoothies. It will tell you everything that you need to know about juicing and smoothies here. And at the bottom, they do take you into some recipes here, look, of different juices and smoothies and their purposes. Now, the ultimate green juice. Let's go on that one. Have a look there. Because everybody knows that, you know, green juices are the most powerful. This one jumps straight to the recipe, look, of the simple ingredients, which again you can print off. It does help that it has the stars here where people have voted what they like. So yeah, I just simply think that this will, in a nutshell, tell you what you need to know really succinctly to get you going. And if you go over onto the ebook, I mean, there's so many recipes here. But for the sake of a few quid, you can get 33 more. I have bought this to help you guys understand what you would be buying if you got this. Look at the contents. I think this is well worth every penny. They're going to help you, for example, if you're new to this, moving down a bit, they give you a shopping list. Look at this, ingredients to have in your pantry. Oils and vinegars, flours, ingredients, jars, cans, herbs, spices, frozen things, seeds, nuts and grains. I mean, if you want to really get into everything on this website, they're suggesting that you do stock up on all of these things to eat healthily in order to, you know, have an alkaline diet. Then moving on, all this sort of equipment that you'll need. I mean, this is real beginner stuff, but for some of you, I think that will be really reassuring. Then it moves on to the recipes. So we've got juices and smoothies. So again, these are different recipes to what are on the main site. There we go. So we don't have all the nutritional information here because hopefully by now if you bought this you've read the whole of the website. But again, more ingredients, more recipes. Let's move down to give you a taste of some of the other ones. There's lots here. Just trying to find something that's not a smoothie. There we go, breakfast and brunch. Got more things here. Got some homemade granola with nuts and berries. Move down a little bit more. Something to cook maybe. Let's see, where are we? Avocado chickpea toast. There's a lot of recipes here. Here we go. A salad. I mean, the fact is, a lot of these recipes are on the internet, and I've been through them, but you go to all the effort of making them, but they're not always that great, and they do have some dodgy ingredients in them. But this couple have gone to the trouble of creating ones that are made by a chef. I can see, looking through all these ingredients, that they will work. Because there's nothing worse than buying really expensive organic ingredients and the recipes are lackluster. These guys really do know what they're talking about here. So yeah, $5.99. Go for it. That's all I can say. Coming back to the website a little bit, to be honest, there's a few things that I would say that I didn't do. Let's go back to those recipes. They do use bread now and again, and I avoided all grains and breads and flour. So eating like this is difficult without it, I must admit. Here we go, they've come up with this amazing little breakfast here with some slices of bread. What I would suggest is you buy a different sort of bread. I'll move over to this other website now, where you can buy something called Ezekiel bread from a company in the UK here called Food for Life. So that's www.foodforlifeuk.com. Now, this is an imported bread from America, from a brand called Ezekiel. Well, Ezekiel bread, the brand is Food for Life. It does arrive frozen, so it's a bit ambient by the time it gets to you. So just pop it in your freezer. Yes, it is expensive at $5.49, but one slice goes a long way because it's slightly heavier than normal bread. It's packed full of protein because it's sprouted grain, barley, beans, lentils, and by combining all of these things as sprouted grains, seeds, it gives you an amazing punch of protein. I mean, look at this on the left. One slice of this bread is 5 grams of protein. The recommended level of protein for an adult female is about 45 grams a day. So one slice, it gives you 5 grams of your whole protein. And I mean, on this subject, eating vegan, irrelevant of it being alkaline, but eating vegan, there are food groups that you can start to be a little bit low on. You know, mostly people probably say, oh, iron, protein, all these sorts of things. And that is why I suggest that when we eat like this, it's important to take supplements. I will be doing, my next video will be on supplements with Dr. Rosie Daniel. So you've only got a week to wait for those. But yeah, so don't worry about that, because when you eat like this, there are ways to be really, really healthy and lose a little bit of weight if you want to. But with breads like these, avocados, nuts, there's no reason why you should be losing weight if you're doing this properly. So moving back to the website, on the right hand side here, when you're looking through the recipes, you'll see that they break the recipes down into these different categories. Now this is really useful actually, because you can choose, let's say at the bottom, we all know that turmeric or curcumin is really, really powerful fighting cancer. When I click on turmeric, for example, recipes, it brings you up everything from the website, which is quite fast, that has turmeric in it. This is a really useful classification, because now we can be making every meal, if need be, with turmeric in it. So look at the abundance of all these beautiful, beautiful recipes here. What I've noticed about them is some of them are a lot more simple than others. I mean, for those of you that do love dinner parties, there's no reason why eating like this has to be something that your friends, you know, won't want to eat. I mean, this is beautifully designed food. Look at it. I mean, how can anybody not like this? So again, look, there's a little bit of bread in the background. Maybe again, you know, for a dinner party, that's fine. There we go. Look at all the colours in this Buddha bowl. See, I'm attracted to that. There's something about our eyes and our taste buds that draws us to all these different colours, isn't there? Everything that you need to know in terms of eating, starting off eating a vegan diet, is here in this very, very succinct, beautifully designed little website. So let's go back to home. Come and have a look at this, guys, and please, I mean, these guys are doing a brilliant job. Let's help support them. Buy that little ebook. Get going in your kitchen. You know, see what it feels like. It won't take long to start feeling the health benefits of eating like this. You're going to feel lighter. Your mood's going to rise as you feel lighter. You're going to feel inspired. You're going to start believing that this food really is medicine when you understand all of the science behind it, which this website helps you to really understand meal by meal, everything that you'll be eating. It helps you to understand what you'll be doing for your body. Come on, let's have a look at this one. Detoxifying green vegan stew. Let's go down it. Talks a little bit about the history here. Look, Thai green curry, all this sort of thing. Moving down. wonderful photography, the inspiration behind it, why it's detoxing, all of the ingredients in here, how they're known to fight cancer. It's antioxidant, you know, vitamin K for healthy kidneys, high in fibre. Look, artichokes, removing harmful toxins, garlic, cleansing. Look at that information. I think that when you know all of this, when you take one bite of a sugar snap, here, look, even though it tastes all sweet, it's full of retinol, which is, look, a potent form of vitamin A. So every bite you take, you can be full and armed with this information that this really is restoring you back to health. I think this is wonderful. I just wish that this was around the year when I needed it, when they were writing this up, basically, learning to live like this. And for you guys, it's all here now. Go and give it a go. Yeah, and buy their ebook. Well, I hope that you found that as exciting as I did. Do let me know. I mean, that's just one website. There probably are others out there being made all the time. That's the best one that I've found for now, but do by all means pop down below any other websites that stimulate you. Let other people know, because once you've built up your basis of recipes, it's always nice to hear other people's good recipes. So do add them below and let's get cooking. See you next week.